JaJa.
Hmm?
Could this be out of character, bro? Infinite, but like we could do notate to whatever that fucking song is called if you want. I'm just saying. I ain't
I
finna
would
argue like in
rock song.
character, like they finna do this then this. I hate
Okay,
those
yeah.
types of like, yeah, baseless debates. Yeah, we're good then.
Okay, I'll just
So what's
argue
this?
that we see like say it's Naruto. If you want to
Mhm.
argue in speed, they're like equal. Even though you could probably argue Naruto's faster because
No,
we
I
see
think
like,
I think Jiraiya's faster,
hey,
actually.
why do you think Jiraiya's faster?
Okay, so we're gonna get into that first. I think he blitz pain.
He blitzed Pain.
Yeah, he kicks him in the face and he can't react at all.
It's implied Pain just like let him do it.
No, it's not.
Okay, so not only does Pain like just not care, he says like, "Oh, that's impressive," but then like Jiraiya goes to attack Pain again, and the human path, just blocks all of his attacks.
Him not caring doesn't have to be because of that.
But then like right after, not only is it not, it's
It's
that plus the
up in
fact that
that.
he just blocked all of his attacks afterwards. So
Okay, yeah. So if that's like your main evidence, then we could get into that. Why was Jiraiya going? Wait, which scan are you talking about? Even are you talking about like in the mist where he like goes to punch Pain, and Paige is
yeah,
just like, oh yeah, let me block this hoe. Oh yeah, why is your like? Wouldn't it make sense at that point for Jiraiya to be like holding back to conserve energy since he knows this hit is guaranteed, or like in
holding
his
back
mind
to
it's
conserve
guaranteed.
energy, he knows his hit is
Yeah, because
guaranteed.
yeah,
I
because
think it would make more sense for
remember,
him
hold
to
on,
like
wait, wait,
try
wait,
as
wait,
much
wait,
damage
chill a
as
second, chill a
possible.
second, chill a second. Because remember, we see that like Jiraiya is like, oh yeah, I've taken his back, and he can't see we're in the mist. Like, there's no way he's going to block this, right? So if he's under that impression, and this is like, yeah, some tough opponent, he can neutralize all his jutsu and all this, and like he has a, he's just reputable. I don't see what would make him go all out in
He
this
didn't know that yet
instance.
though. He didn't know that yet though.
What didn't he know?
That Pain could just neutralize all his jutsu.
He did.
Let me check. Oh
Yeah, you're
yeah,
good.
yeah, the Rasengan scene did happen here. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
but even ignoring
But
like
the way
my
I
main
word
point
it,
is just like if you have a guaranteed hit, what now causes you to go all out, right? Like the causation isn't
to
there
take out
anymore.
your opponent as fast as possible.
Yeah, but you could also just no, because none of the pains are jumping in at this point. He's just there trying and I think conserving
Yeah, but if
energy
he
would be
holds back,
even
wouldn't that
better.
like hold back the likelihood of him just one-shotting Pain?
What do you mean?
Because at this point, he kicked Pain in the face, and Pain didn't get knocked out, right?
Yeah,
So
he did.
obviously, knocked out. He lost consciousness. No, he got up.
That
He
boy
was
was fucking out of there, bro. Like he was
no,
fucked.
he just got up. What you
I
mean?
forgot the chapter. I have a
Three.
shitty
It
memory.
should be
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
376.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but no,
No,
he
three
does
seven
not
seven.
get up just like that, bro. I think that way like stays down and then he comes back a while later. Like he beats the fuck out of that Pain.
No, we see him getting up.
For context, he comes back in the same chapter like 5 pages after.
Why you dicky? Yeah.
We see him get knocked back. And then
No,
we
he
see
doesn't. Here, look. Here, I'll
yeah,
send it.
377. We literally see him getting up. Like
Yeah, he gets up like a wait, like what's it called? Jiraiya's like just chilling there and then doing attacks, and then after that, fucking a while after, he's like, oh yeah, I'm like slowly getting up now, like he's visibly injured.
visibly injured.
Yeah, no, like Jiraiya does a whole jutsu, and his teammates have to come and like neutralize the jutsu because he's fucking still, dazed and shit, and he's just getting up at this point.
He does. He is shown to be getting up right after the first jutsu, right?
No,
So regardless,
exactly.
Jiraiya should know by now that he can't one-shot this guy. So him pulling his punches wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, but he can
Because
stun him very
obviously,
easily. So why wouldn't he just like stun him and then follow up or something?
stun him.
Yeah, because okay, wait, actually,
The purpose of
that's
a
not a
punch, stun
defeater.
someone or like knock him out.
Yeah, let's finish this. I just thought of another argument. It just doesn't defeat it. Yeah, like stun him as in we see he's easily able to make him fucking just sit there for a while, daze this shit, and then slowly come back up, right? Like he can,
That
very
wasn't easy.
handily injure this guy. Yeah, it was. He just pulls
The
up and
database
kicks
said
him.
he hardened his resolve to do that.
No, why does that mean that? He hardened his resolve could just be him now, like finally, fully confronting Pain. Like he's finally ready to defeat this this guy who he assumes is, his I think disciple, right? Like they were his disciples. I'm not too sure.
He was
I
a
don't
bit
know
confused on who Pain was because he was like had Nagato's eyes, but he wasn't Nagato. But he assumed it was Nagato.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just that.
Let
I
me
think
get the
that
database statement for the precise wording they had.
Yeah, you're good. I think it's just like he hardens his resolves and kicks him, some shit like that. But yeah, I don't see in any way how that indicates he's going all out.
That would indicate a resolve, if anything.
No, I doubt that too. I don't think that makes sense.
Yo, do you guys not have a chat, general chat? What the fuck?
Oh
Someone
yeah,
sent it?
I got you. Who said that?
Me, bro.
I got it.
All right.
Jiraiya
I'll
Hard
get
and
it later.
Piano.
I gave him the
Just
roll.
posted that shit by the way.
Yeah, never mind. You're straight then. Piano gave you perms.
What the
Shut
fuck?
up, bitch.
But yeah, he like what's it called? I've already said like he's not resolve amp. Like he's not like,
That's
oh
a
yeah, I
definition
need
of
to do
hardened.
this. I must defeat him. His resolve is now hardened because before he had a lower amount. I don't think that necessarily implies it goes above the norm.
Okay, when is it implied he had a lower amount?
Well, it's his student. We see like, for example, with what's his name, Hughes, and he's just like, oh yeah, you're my student, like da da da, and then he's like, at near the end, he's like, or like I think in the middle, somewhere around there, he's like, I'm finally going to fight you for real, some shit like that. But yeah, it's just like a student teacher dynamic.
Let me see.
Wait, Piano should have the scan. He has every scan. Piano, could you send the scan where he's like he hardened his resolving kicked for Jiraiya?
No, that was already sent. I'm trying to find
where?
a scan of him like implying
I
that he
just
was
posted
holding
it
back.
again, Ethan.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, but I don't see here where.
Yeah, I'm
it's
trying to.
anything
Where,
like
where
that.
does it imply that like he has this Haruzen mindset and he's trying to like hold back on his students?
Well, I'm just saying it's a narrative, or it should be.
And is it a
some reason.
narrative for Jiraiya? That
Well, if it's just a
it
general
can be a
narrative, I
narrative
don't
for
see
one
why
and
it
not the
wouldn't.
other. Okay,
Pardon?
how's it a general narrative if it's
Because
only been shown for like
if the
Haruzen?
cause for this is him being his student, we know that Nagato's his disciple and student. Then I see the same cause here. I think you
Okay,
need to
can you show that
denounce
the
the narrative.
connection's the same though?
Well, yeah, I just said he's a student. He's like, oh yeah, you're like my student. I trained you. I'm finally going to like attack you or some shit. And I'm saying if the same cause is shown here, then I don't see why the outcome would change. I don't see
Let
the
me get the
narrative not
statement.
applying. Pardon?
I'm gonna get a statement where Jiraiya implies he's going to kill Nagato because he did
Yeah.
actually attempt to talk and reason with him first. But let me see.
Yeah, I'm just reading through the chapter. I haven't really read anything aside from the feats.
Fuck.
Thanks for calling Pizza Hut. To place a new order, press 1.
I'm trying to mute up, bro.
No, fucking that fat ass bitch ordering pizza.
Okay. So I'll send the scans. Let me start sending the scans. Sorry.
Oh no, you're straight.
It's a scan where he's going. Say he goes full power. Well, I sent that in the wrong order. My bad. Hold on.
Yeah,
okay.
you're good.
So the first scene, it shows him like after he's done talking with Nagato, he just goes for the kill. So it's not the same as Haruzen. And then after he says he's going to go full power. Wow.
Yeah, we'll be going full strength from the get go. But we know he doesn't do that, and if that's the case, then that still makes sense because the only
How
time
does
we
he
see
not
him
do that?
finally, because he's not in Sage mode. We see the first
He's
attack he does
preparing to
in
go
Sage
to
mode.
Sage mode as soon as he
Yeah,
says
exactly. When we see him actually go into Sage mode and do the first attack, is that kick. So yeah, it still makes sense. They're saying this is the first kick where he's finally going all out against him. So he's hardening his resolve to do this thing, or he's hardened his resolve to do this thing.
Okay, but my issue with this though is not only does he says he'll go full strength before that kick,
But he
but we
doesn't.
also see him try to go like kill him.
No, but he
So
doesn't
there's
though.
obviously no student relationship is holding Jiraiya back from trying to kill Pain.
Okay, well you just ignored everything I said. I said, but he
Uh,
didn't though.
uh,
They're stating this
he
is.
did it.
They're just
Okay,
showing this is the
but
first
he
time he's able to
did.
do this after hardening his resolve. He
Okay.
says he's going to go all out. He's willing to go
In
into
reference
sage
to
mode
stage
now,
mode, right? In
but
reference to
he
stage mode.
doesn't go into sage mode. And then
He
when he
he's
does,
trying
let me
to.
finish. Let me finish. When he does, this is the first attack he does in sage mode. So I'm saying this is what that's referencing.
He says, I'm
I,
gonna
I
go
don't
full
see why it's
power.
mutually exclusive.
He says, okay, and right after he says, I'm using the honored sage mode. So when he says I'm
Yes,
going
that's
full
fine.
strength, okay. And then the kick, which is saying to have his hardened resolve, right? Nothing
Yes,
implies.
he's finally able to go. He's finally attacks him when he's finally resolved to go all out. Because prior to this, he wasn't. He's been
Okay, but
fighting.
prior to this,
Okay,
he
if
did
I've
just
been
try to kill
racing,
Pain.
if
He
I've been
did. He did
racing,
try to kill
if I've
Pain,
been
like
chill a
literally.
second, chill a second. If I've
Wait,
been
but he tried to
racing
kill
you,
Pain though.
hold on, let me finish. If I've been
But
racing you
he
while
tried to kill
jogging,
Pain though.
let me finish. If I've been racing you while jogging, I say I'm finally going to or I harden my resolve. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go full speed now, and I finally start running at full speed. Then this statement would be like, if it was analogous, right? Let's say it said something about speed, it would be in reference to this. So he's finally willing to go all out, but we see it only the scan references this feat because that's the first time we get to see his hardened resolved attack, his all out attack. Do you understand? It's not that difficult to
Okay,
grasp. He's
I
just saying
disagree. Can
he's
someone
going to
read
go
from the
all out,
scan, by
and
the
now
way?
he's attacking with this all out resolve. Or after he's resolved himself to go all out. My bad. I worded that horribly.
Okay,
I
my
can't
issue with
find the
that.
scan anymore. I can't find the
Okay,
scan
no,
anymore. It got fucking drowned.
yeah.
But
My
we
issue with
both know
that.
what it says, right?
Mhm. My issue with that
Okay,
is
so
due to the nature of the caption, it will be referring to what's happening in the scene that's being captioned, as opposed to previous scene. Because if you're saying oh, he hardens his resolve and this is just the first attack after he already did that, that hardened resolve would be in reference to the scene where he says he's going sage mode. But I'm saying the caption would be specifying it to
mhm.
the scene where he
Well, no,
kicks Pain.
I disagree with that. I think the scene is just an overall outline, but when they mention specific things, and then he attacks, I think that's in reference to this. They're just going chronologically. So he does resolve himself, and then he does do this attack. So they're showing the attack.
But
Because
that's not
you
how it's
hold on, wait,
worded.
let me finish. Let me finish. You understand they're not going to show two pictures, right?
They
Never do
can if
they
they
show
wanted
two
to.
pictures with one caption. Well, I've never seen it, but
I've
it's
seen
usually
it.
just a caption under one picture. But yeah, so
Well, you can have one caption for two
they're
pictures.
just
I can show
showing
you.
in this moment. It just has it has two things, right? The statement has two things that it encompasses. So they're showing the final one, so that it just shows what what the result of this is. They're just going in chronological order.
There's no chronology implied. It says because you were saying how it says and then destroys Pain's eyes, but it just says and destroy Pain's eyes because the then would be implying some type of chronological order that would separate these two things. But they're conjoined. Like
One
hardens his
comes after the
resolve.
other.
Yeah, Jiraiya
He
hardens his
resolves
resolve and
himself,
attacks
and
and
then he
destroys
does
Pain's
this.
eyes. Yeah, the
And
and would
attack.
be
Yeah.
conjoining these things.
Yeah, because they're conjoined idea. These two things go hand in hand. I don't see why they're conjoined as in they happen at the exact same time. That doesn't make sense to me.
They're
It's
conjoined as in they're
programming.
okay. Is that the best word to describe it? I
Yeah,
don't
because
think
I
it
don't
is.
really understand it.
Yeah, I'll just talk about the caption point then specifically. Well, there
Mhm.
has been an instance where we've seen that a caption can be used for multiple pictures. I think it's in the fourth Raikage's data book.
I have no clue. I do not read data books. I
Yeah,
never ever read
I'll
spreadsheets,
find
so
it.
I
I got you.
can't let you know. But even then, I think this could just still be for the simplicity, because it's still
Well, the purpose
captures
of
the
a
main
caption is
idea.
to caption what the
Because
picture, right?
hold on, if something prior led to this, then showing the final result should still imply what happened prior to this, if that makes sense. If you see someone running full speed, you implied the implication there is that they were, they had to have thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go full speed now, right? So I think this picture anyways just captures the idea they're trying to emphasize. He's now going all out and he's attacking with this all out power.
Yeah, I agree with that in another scenario, but in the specific way of how a caption works, the caption is supposed to describe what is in the picture.
But yeah, just get the scan and
By
then
definition,
we'll continue.
but
Cause
okay.
yeah, just I don't know what data book the Fourth Reich Hog is in. Can't help you with that. You could ask Piano.
I'm actually on it. I'm just trying to get the
What
page.
the fuck? Yeah, that boy. God damn, that boy fucking nerdy as a bitch.
Did he get it?
No, I'm talking about you, bruh. We found that shit
You
so
just gotta
fast.
look up fourth data book, and then you find Naruto Versity.
I ain't doing all that.
Crazy. Oh, I found one on accident. Huh.
What the fuck? Yeah, send that in the scans chat. But yeah, if that's the case, I'll just like further elaborate the argument I was given before you went into, grabbing that.
Okay,
You,
if you see in the top left, the directions of the arrows, it would be pointing to both pictures being captioned by that sentence. Like you can
yo,
caption like multiple
what the
pictures.
fuck? That boy was looking at the fucking raw data books. Yo, you're a nerd. Oh shit. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so it just go back to my main idea. You
What?
don't need two pictures to emphasize this idea.
No,
It's
but
like,
I'm saying like a
for
caption
example,
refers to
hold on,
what's
wait,
in the picture, though.
chill. Well, no, I don't think so. I think the
Well, we
captions are
can
just to
define
show
caption
the.
then.
Hold on, no, I think the captions are just to show the user what they're talking about, right? Like what they're referencing when they say this thing. I think that'd be more so, analogous. I'll just explain it like this. To get to this moment, he would have had to harden his resolve, and this is the kick. Since this kick encompasses both the ideas, that's why they showed this kick. It's pretty simple. Because
But the kick
aside
would
from
be
this, we
separate
literally
from him
hold on,
hardening his
wait.
resolve.
Aside from this, if they're like trying to show this thing to like dictate what's happening, like we don't really see any sort of hardened resolve. Like he's just chilling before this. Maybe
Well,
it might even just be referring to him goofing off before this, and then he's finally ready to like get into a combat sense. But yeah, there's no other like implication. I don't see any implication. He's like, oh yeah, I need to get even stronger than I already am. Like from what he's seen so
connected.
far, from what we've seen so far, Pain is fucking ass. I don't think you need an app to beat him, right? Like before this, he's just playing around with Pain.
My AirPod disconnected like middle of you talking.
Oh shit! No, you're straight. I'll repeat it.
Okay.
Damn, my memory's some ass. Oh yeah, I said like, well, I'll go one by one. I just took in. I was low key shocking, and fuck with that. Well, to start off, it could also just be him now not being or goofing off because right before this, even after his whole, I'm gonna finally go full power now. He starts like just trolling.
Yo, it's hump day.
Yeah, but he was never trolling though. Even before he decided to
He
go
was
into
trolling.
safe mode, he tried to
Here, I'll
kill
send it.
like Pain
No.
in base. Like
No,
I
but
sent the scan.
I'm saying he's trolling here directly after he's like, oh yeah, I need to like I'm gonna start killing this guy again. So that could be
What
him
chapter?
hardening himself. It's like 377 is the one I'm on, like right at the beginning. He's fucking trolling around, flaunting on him, and getting punched in the face. Like it's just a whole comedy thing. And then after this, he goes and starts fighting seriously again.
Let me see. Started 377.
Yeah. Yo, JaJa, you really are a fucking relic, bro. I haven't heard the whole like resolve amp argument since I don't know, since Piano was in the com 7 or
And that
so
nigga
years
was
ago. I don't
that
know.
nigga was
Yeah,
in the
It was
Google
a
Plus
while
bro,
ago.
man.
Yeah, that shit was in Google Plus. You're using Google Plus
That nigga was the
arguments for
Google
that shit.
Hangouts trying to rep MS Sasuke over Naruto.
yeah.
Man.
You gotta send the specific scan that's like showing that he's like trolling against Pain.
All of
'Cause
this. I sent all three.
Okay, the
Yeah,
first
like no,
one.
it's directly before the kick. He's literally just fucking around with them, and then he
Yeah,
goes
but it
and
has
like
nothing to do
starts
with his
fighting him.
resolve towards defeating Pain, like how he acts with his friends, right?
Well,
Like those
yeah,
are
it does.
separate things.
It's his immediate. It's his immediate mindset. His immediate mindset is, oh yeah, let me fucking taunt him. Let me fuck around with him. It's like in basketball where you're just like taunting your opponent, chilling. You're even goofing off with friends, and then let's say you go down, you're like, oh yeah, let me lock in, right? Like you're changing your mindset. He's
You know, a
resolving
taunt
himself.
can increase your resolve. You understand that though, right?
Not in this case. They're fucking playing around with him and punching him in his face, and they're all just chilling.
Well, I don't think that affects his feelings towards Pain.
Yeah, it does, because he's not in a like serious, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill you mood. He's in a, oh yeah, I'm fucking around. Let me like joke around with this guy mood. Like he's literally joking around with the Toads at this point, and then they start attacking, and he's like, oh yeah, let me lock in, and then he kicks him in his face and starts fighting properly again.
We don't.
They start trolling. They're like, yes, ma'am, and then they all start fighting together, and then they start talking about serious stuff like, oh, the orb banished. This year is worth him just to getting his all, and then he starts like, they start getting into that fighting mentality. They're being all serious. They're not bickering and everything, and then they're just, they're just fighting Pain. Like they're fighting how a fight should
I don't
go.
think Jiraiya's trolling though. I think that's just Jiraiya. Like I don't think he's joking. Like he's being serious.
Well, his demeanor changes after this. In any
His
case,
demeanor.
yeah. If you like, you could even read yourself. Like right after this, he starts talking about combat things and actually attacking and talking about, strategic plans to beat this Pain. He's not like smiling and joking around and, taunting him anymore.
Yeah, but I don't. Okay, my issue with the taunt is that what he's taunting him about, it says, from this moment on, let sage jutsu prevail. Look above upon the halos and heavenly canopies. He's hyping himself.
That's fine. It could be a serious concept, but he's joking about it.
In this moment, he'd be like increasing his resolve to defeat Pain by hyping
No,
himself
I don't
up.
think so. You could joke about serious things.
Up.
You could joke about, again, in the basketball analogy, you could fucking joke about that, right? But then if your demeanor suddenly shifts, you could still talk about the basketball game, but you don't have to be serious. And then if your demeanor shifts, you're like, oh yeah, let me lock in. I'm going to beat this guy. Oh shit, he dribbles like this. I'm going to counter like this. Let me do this. You're not smiling anymore. You're just chilling, right? No, not even chilling. You're serious now. Then that's a demeanor shift. That's a blatant demeanor shift.
I think he was always serious.
He's laughing and taunting him. And then after this, he goes
he's
serious
not laughing.
And he's analyzing everything. He's smiling.
Okay, he's smiling, but that doesn't mean you're not serious because you smile. Like you could smile and be serious.
Well, okay, we see a clear demeanor shift. This could be what that is. I don't care for this whole like, oh yeah, it could be this. He could be taunting.
Yeah, I don't see how a demeanor shift would change his resolve though. Like we're specifically speaking to resolve. Like resolve.
Yeah, that's fine. So at this, because his demeanor shifting, it's the whole playful attitude thing. I don't think you've like fully defeated my argument. You said this.
Okay, but he's not being playful here.
But I'm saying, yeah, he is.
Okay, how?
He's not attacking. He can clearly go and attack them. He's not attacking at this point. They're punching him in his face. They're all just trolling. He's smiling too, like he's not in a serious mode. He's not serious. And then after this, he's serious about killing them. He's analyzing their techniques. He's trying to finish them off. He's actually engaging in combat. You can be in a moment where you're like, oh yeah, I need to win this game. But mid-game, you can start, like in a basketball game, you could start chilling. You could start taunting your opponent. And then you might need to lock in again. You could start locking in and start fighting properly. So that's what I'm saying he's doing here.
Okay, if we're going to talk about that basketball analogy, a good analogy I can give would be like, I'm trying to face off my opponent. I taunt to hype myself up, and then, then I go harder on them. So it doesn't have to be him playing around.
It could just be him kind of presupposes something else.
But you would also be presupposing this is playful
to some degree.
Okay, you would be presupposing this
I'm just arguing under like
a way to hype himself up.
Well,
like,
no, I'm arguing under his like, oh yeah, he's not attacking, he's not analyzing anything they're doing.
Yeah, because he's trying to motivate himself.
Okay. Again, so it all goes back to you presupposing this is some sort of like motivation tactic.
You're presupposing this is some type of.
I'm not presupposing it. I'm saying we see this thing.
Well, how am I
you're saying the contention to this that I'm not claiming is anything. You're saying the contention to this is he's motivating himself with this thing, right? So I'm like, okay, yeah, either justify that, or even if you say we don't know, that still be like, it doesn't matter what stance you take that isn't an affirmative, because it loses you the point. Because your whole point is that he's resolve amped here. I'm giving us an analogy that can denounce that, or it can have an equal amount of evidence. You're saying, oh yeah, it can be this. I'm saying, okay, well, your interpretation presupposes this. If you're not going to affirm it, then you can't win possibly, because we just stand on equal ground at the very minimum.
I think the main affirmation would be the difference in his feats against Pain.
What difference?
tagging him and then being blocked.
Oh yeah, again, so it just circles back to the whole debunk I gave. So that's fine if you think my
Debunk. What was
debunk
the
was
debunk for like
my
Pain
whole
blocking him?
debunk was I said like he doesn't need to be going all out at this point.
Oh
And
yeah,
then we
and
got
then you
into
talked
this.
about how he could want to stun Pain. I'm like, how would that punch
Yeah, and
like?
then hold on,
Is the
wait, and then you
purpose of a punch to stun
remember
somebody?
the
And then we
reason.
didn't argue about that.
Hold on, wait, let me. Yeah, so JaJa, the reason we got into this was because your denunciation to my claim was that at this point he's resolve amped, which is why the feats would be different. That was your that's how you denounced my interpretation. So if you're going to say, yeah, well, it gives credence to this, the feats differ. Well, no, they don't, because I gave context to the feats, and this was you trying to debunk my claim. So if you don't get this through, then you understand
I
that
mean,
if your
okay,
debunk turns out to be an equal interpretation, your debunk now doesn't go through. You lose the point.
okay. My issue. Okay, so
No,
if
do you
we
understand
point
that
out
though? Does that
if
make
we, yeah,
sense?
I get your argument. I get your
All right.
argument. All right, because you can argue that at this point, I just be saying that the conclusion for the resolve point would also just stem from the conclusion of like the difference of the feats thing. And in my issue with the difference of the feats, because this would be an independent issue of resolve or not, would be that Jiraiya can't like one shot Pain, right? So
Yeah,
it
that's
wouldn't
fine.
make sense for him to hold back his
That's fine. I
punch.
don't
And then
disagree
when I
with that.
asked, okay, so like it would just make more sense for him to do a all out punch on Pain to defeat him as quickly
Well,
as
no, I
possible.
disagree with. Well, we've already argued on it, but I disagree with the
Yeah, that got
conclusion that.
interrupted.
Hold on. No, no, we finished that, and then you went into the whole resolve shit.
No, because you brought up how like he could be wanting to like he could hold back his punch to
Oh,
stun him, and I was like, is the purpose?
yeah. You
But
wanna?
we didn't argue about that. So
Oh
like,
yeah.
what's the
So
purpose
you
of him
wanna?
holding
You
back his
wanna?
punch?
Oh yeah. Remember my purpose was like conservation of energy. Holy shit.
Conservation of energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a conservation of energy. That's really dependent because like going for a punch instead of a Rasengan can be seen as a conservation of energy. You know what I mean? Instead,
Well,
like a
yeah,
punch instead of a
that's cool
jutsu,
too.
that would count as a conservation of energy. So
Yeah,
regardless of holding back
yeah,
like full
I
power,
agree. I'm just saying he could conserve his energy to a higher degree even. So
I mean, but wouldn't it be
like,
very minuscule? Wouldn't it like not
wow.
be as advantageous as hitting him full power?
No, if your full power can't kill him anyways, I think it'd be better to just stun him for a bit and then go for a follow up. We've already agreed that like at full
But
power,
you'd stun
Jiraiya can't
harder
one
if you
shot
hit him
Pain.
harder.
He's at full power. He can't hit him harder. What?
Okay, no, I'm saying like if you're saying the punches to stun him or whatever, like you understand the easier you go, the easier the stun will be, or the easier it will be to
Yeah, so
not
he
get
just
stunned.
needs to punch him. He just needs to punch him to a degree where he can't get stunned. That's fine.
Does he know that? Okay.
Well, yeah, he punched him full power, and he got like disgustingly stunned. Like he was out of it. He was able to do a whole jutsu, and like his homeboy in the back had to protect his ass while he was
Oh,
like
that was an
groggy and getting
unblocked
up.
attack. And
That's
Jiraiya was
fine.
really
Yeah,
surprised that Pain.
Jiraiya is going under the fucking he's going under the implication that this is going to be an unblocked attack too. He's literally flaunting about how like Pain can't even see him at this moment. He's in the mist too. He's behind him. He has all these factors to give him this free punch. Like remember, we already went past that. Like we already I already explained that part. Like at this point, he does think it's an unblocked attack. Like there's no difference there, or at least I don't see one.
Yeah, that is a fair point to make about the block specifically, because he was surprised. Okay, that is a good point to make about him being surprised about the block. But regardless, I still believe that
He's surprised about the block. You're gonna be surprised about this block.
because there's other instances like after this where Pain just outright reacts to Jiraiya. So that would also like be my
where?
issue about Jiraiya.
Well, I don't really see. Okay, the problem is all the fucking Jiraiya anti feats are so contextual. It doesn't even like seem like anti feats to me. At least when I read it, because
What about the scene where he was trying to
so.
kick the animal path and the animal path clapped his hands before he kicked him?
He didn't end up clapping. No, he already had his hands clapped.
No. Oh, let me get
Some shit like that. But even then, like the path is in the air, fucking immobile. Like he's chilling.
The path is in the air, immobile.
Yeah. When we see Jiraiya jump, he's already here. I'll screenshot it. You want me to screenshot the whole like? Do you want the whole scan?
No,
or
I'm
just-
reading the scene right now. It's in 379.
Yeah. Well, if you notice when Jiraiya is jumping, we don't know if his hands already clapped at that point. We see him not clapped, and then after a while, Jiraiya jumps, and then his hands are clapped. So
There's a sound effect for it, right? That's a cloud. Oh, that's a cloud.
Yeah. Oh, you were talking about the other dude's vest, whatever they call
Yeah.
them, shit, the Akatsuki shit. Yeah. But yeah, the hands
I
are
mean,
like
judging by
we
the
don't know
explanation,
if he like we don't you agree like it makes sense that we don't know if he like claps it before or after Jiraiya's already jumped, right? That's
I
not
think judging
I'm
by the
not being right.
exclamation point, it would be like a direct reaction to Jiraiya.
Well, that's fine. He can react to Jiraiya jumping. That's cool.
Yeah, that's a feat.
He can't react to Jiraiya's raw speed. What the fuck? Whoa,
What?
whoa,
He
whoa.
jumped. What?
No, hold on. I'm sorry. I just seen like the most like gay shit in fucking general. That shit was nasty. What the fuck? That boy work on some. That boy different. Oh wow,
What's the-
that was actually nasty. That boy had his whole hand up in there, bro. Come on. My bad. Continue. I was. Oh wow.
What?
Yeah, there was some gay ass shit. Some dude like had his whole hand in another dude's ass, bro. Like shit was crazy.
You didn't have to describe it, bro. We didn't need to know that.
Nah, you did. All right. So yeah, what were you saying?
That's YouTube. The wise attack range. Yeah, you bring up how it's a jump, but isn't that like him jumping at the human path when he kicks him?
Yeah, he goes to jump. He reacts to the jump. We see he only reacts to like the initial movement. Because remember, we see like his eye. They emphasize his eye when Jiraiya's kicking off the ground. And I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying Jiraiya's raw movement he can't react to. Like I don't care if someone.
What do you mean by
reacts,
raw
like,
movement? What do you
okay,
mean by
if
that? The kick?
if I start running, my initial like jump from running, he can react to, but like when I'm already running, he can't react to that shit.
I would
He's like
understand
they
that
make
if it
sure
was a
they
long
make
distance jump, but
they
since
make
it's
sure
close
to
distance, that
no,
should
I'm
just kill
saying
the
they make
combat
sure to
speed.
highlight. Well, I don't agree because they make sure to highlight only when his like movement starts. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
but that still
I
has
don't
combat speed.
okay, so yeah, that's cool. I just think when he fights Naruto, he's going to run. Naruto could react to his initial movement. Sure, I don't care about that. But then after that, when Jiraiya is like done his initial movement, he's actually going towards Naruto. Naruto's gonna be lost in the fucking sauce.
Yeah,
Damn,
but
who timed
you
out
understand the
Orca?
jump to scale to his combat speed though, right?
No, I don't agree.
It's a short distance jump. Like
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think jumps should scale to how you run. I think those are two separate movements.
no, not how you run. It's a singular movement. I'm saying it's combat speed.
Well, yeah, I'm saying
A
he's gonna
short
run
jump
up
is
to
combat
well,
speed.
he's gonna like quickly run to Naruto and punch him in the face with Furo Kumite, and he's done.
Jiraiya does not have Frog Kumite. I don't know why you said that.
Oh wow, that is something I did not expect someone to question, bro. No, I'm lying. I was fucking trolling you. Yeah, people question
It's
that, but
Naruto.
yeah, they literally describe it as like some very fucking beginner level move in the Sage mode. Yeah, I can type in scans. JaJa, can you type in scans?
Let me check. Yeah, I can. I've
Okay.
always could.
Yeah,
So,
same, but he like made it seem like he changed our perms or some weird shit. So I was just wondering.
because like I understand a long range jump being travel speed, but a short range jump, especially consider like what reaction speed and combat speed are. Because even though reaction speed and combat speed are categorized
No, I'm
differently,
saying these are like
don't you
two
believe
different
they're
movements that
relative though,
he's
right?
gonna
Like
use.
your
I'm
reaction and
saying
combat.
these are two like different movements he's gonna use. I think he's
Don't you
gonna
agree
like.
that reaction and combat are relative though?
Well, okay, I'll say this. We see blatantly that they're always able to like react to Jiraiya's jumping speed. It's his running speed which they can't, or like his movement, or when he's already in movement, mid movement. My bad. Because even when like he goes to Rasengan the other path, he reacts to Jiraiya jumping off the wall and blocks it. Like I don't think our views conflict there. I think it's more so just what that leads to where we disagree with. I don't think that leads to him being able to like react to Jiraiya already in movement. If that makes sense. I don't know. I might be tripping or some shit. Like, you remember when he goes to block the jump, right? I mean, the Rasengan? Jiraiya jumps off a wall and he's like able to block it. Like every single time we're shown something where it's just jumping, they make sure to highlight that he can react. They can react to those. Even here, like they make sure the eye focuses in on Jiraiya's foot jumping, and that's what the reaction is. But when Jiraiya's already mid movement, we never see anything like that. Oh my god.
Hello? I got a phone call. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're straight. You're straight. But yeah, they make sure to highlight that they can only react to the, initial Jiraiya movement.
Mm-hmm. Well, my issue here is that the first feet, the kick to the face, Pain. If you're arguing like Pain gets blitzed there, outpaced, whatever, what he'd be failing to react to is the jump itself because Jiraiya isn't shown to like run at him, isn't he? He's just shown to jump at him. So the kick wouldn't matter. It's just the jump because that's the main.
Do we know that?
Let me check the scene again. I'm
Yeah.
noticing that like your interpretation of certain scenes does depend on how you interpret the fight altogether.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be real. Like, there's a reason this is my only topic. I haven't actually read or, well, I know like some like beginner shit about part 2, like off of debates, of course, like the sorcery data books. But anything that has to like go down to a narrative level, which I know like you sort of like specialize in. Yeah, I have no clue. So yeah, if it's like that, yeah, just show me and I'll see if I agree. But
I'm not even gonna argue.
from what I remember, it's not like that.